I'm Qbert, and I've got all the right moves. When they said fame would go to my head, they weren't kidding.
Gotcha. Qubert's the game that two can play. If you win the most pegs, you got it made. Pretend to be Qbert, it suits your mood. Or pretend to be slick, the tricky dude. Or pretend to be slick, the tricky dude. Or pretend to be slick, or pretend to be slick, or pretend to be slick, tricky dude. Jump in that pyramid, dude. Pretend to be slick, tricky dude. Jump in that pyramid. Jump in that pyramid. Up and down, hit a nasty, ends around.
Boom, we're back. All right, so everybody's talking about this beef between Craze and Qbert. Qbert's saying he wants to battle. We're going to go into all this. And, you know, Qbert has a history with Craze. We covered that in the past. So there's actually some deeper layers to this story. And we're going to read through the comments and everything, too, to see, you know, the culture behind what's everything going on. You know, what's interesting is that given what happened with, you know, Kendrick and Drake, the cool thing is that Kendrick was able to open up a portal to where conscious rap is back on top, and it's okay to be political and be a political rapper, be a hotep rapper, to bring consciousness back to hip hop, whether it's rapping or turntablism. And that's what, you know, Craze was doing when he first called out Qbert years ago, bringing, you know, consciousness to turntablism. So this year, you know, we're going to be covering a lot of issues. We're actually going to be covering a lot of we were already going to be covering a lot of issues dealing with morality within turntablism. We're going to be covering some record covers by like Battle Axe, and even Qbert, you know, has some really stuff that's not for all ages, but that'll be another you know, another lecture. But today's lecture, we're going to be breaking down Craze's scratches in his new diss track, his new Qbert diss track. And we're going to be talking about the politics behind everything that's going on, as well as the technical aspects of everything that's going on, and whether, you know, can Craze actually beat Qbert? Can Qbert actually beat Craze? You know, what are people's opinions on the subject? And we're going to be, you know, listening to what everybody has to say, and we're going to be reading it, and we're going to put everything together so that people that are like, what's going on, can figure out what's going on just by watching this video. So we're going to go through a little bit of history of the beef between Craze and Qbert. So it's basically ignited again. It had a, you know, little thing back a couple of years ago. I guess that was like 2022. So let's look back. All right. So, you know, they're saying where it started. So this is ISP saying where it started between Craze and Qbert, but that's not where it really actually started. And Qbert kind of doesn't want to really go back that far, but it really started with this: why DJ Kit Craze came for Qbert about All Lives Matter posts, George Floyd bashing, etc. You can also find more information about that on right here. DJ Qbert clears the air. Legendary turntablist and scratch master DJ Qbert really recently faced an intense online backlash for a series of tweets which left many of his fans upset and or disappointed, and others ready to cancel the two-time DMC world champion. And remember, Craze is a three-time champion. It's important to remember that, because people are saying who's the greatest and whatnot. But you know, we'll talk about juggling versus scratching later, you know, that whole debate. The offensive tweets in question included a curt response to a suggestion that he support Black Lives Matter, and he said, all effing lives matter, B-word. A post suggesting George Floyd was a crisis actor, and another which appeared to praise 45's acumen in debates, which also criticized Soros, Biden, Barack Obama. In another post, he says the media made 45 look like a R-word. You know, I'm keeping everything clean for the algorithms. Shout out to Leor. Now, in another tweet, he appeared to blame the COVID crisis on exposure to 5G radiation while maintaining a conspiracy theory that the evil agenda is world depopulation. So, you know, at a certain point, I think Qbert calls recently he called Craze a communist. So we'll see what all this is about, and we're gonna go into it. So let's see. But yeah, when Qbert did this apology or video, it wasn't necessarily an apology. When he cleared the air in this video, a lot of his Black American fans, like myself, a lot of people weren't feeling it, and then so it got things, really divided within turntablism along the racial lines. There was already a lot of other stuff going on as far as make America, make DJ great, making DJing great again, and all that type of stuff. All these movements, alt-right movements within turntablism, and so Qbert's kind of become the poster boy of that. So taken together, these comments led to a widespread online speculation that Qbert had become a QAnon follower, and ugly allegations of anti-blackness and racism. Some of the tweets were deleted, followed by subsequent attempts at damage control and clarifying his views. Qbert raised eyebrows when he disavowed any knowledge of a counter-BLM movement or the phrase "All Lives Matter." It has become controversial to some. It's coded language for anti-blackness and a denial of the oppression of black people face on a daily basis in America and throughout the world. When pressed on his position on Floyd, however, Qbert apologized, saying no one should die like that. In another post, when asked if he supports 45's political views, he responded, "Don't get it twisted. I don't trust any of these politicians. I like some of what 45 does and other things I disagree with." On June 3rd, Qbert posted a lengthy feed on Facebook, which appeared to elaborate on his idealistic worldview. "We see a beautiful future coming very soon where black people will be treated equally with all races." He went on to add, "The fact of the matter is the murder of George Floyd is unacceptable. Blue on black crime must be stopped." The post was accompanied by a portrait of George Floyd. So, so that's where everything originally started. So, because a lot of times you'll see in some of his Qbert's backpedaling today that he's kind of trying to not talk about this original reason why Craze for him. So that's what was covered in this video, why DJ Craze came for DJ Qbert. You can check that out on a whole nother, it's a whole nother video. There's a series of videos we have. So yeah, why DJ Craze came for DJ Qbert came out 4 years ago. All right, so it's old news, but to a lot of people's new, they hadn't heard of what happened. And also shout out to Dirt Style and Thug Rubber in general for, they gave me this scholarship back in 2000, the DJ Qbert Legendary Scholarship at ScratchCon, when I presented them my TTM system for their scholarship. All right, so, and then there was that day that Qbert used the N-word 7 times in 1 minute. Craze hasn't really spoken about that, but then, we dropped a video 2 years ago that said DJ Qbert wears alt-right Pepe mask as Grandmaster Pepe, and he uses that within his, Craze, within his new diss track. This is the cover of the diss track that he used, which is this new track right here, DJ Craze. This is DJ Qbert. So we got everything in the playlist, but we're going to cover all the things today, everything that's out as far as the information. But yeah, you can refer to these old videos if you're trying to find out about, why, Qbert, why Craze originally came out and, came for Qbert, right? It was over political stuff, all right? And, a lot of people felt like, oh, you're not supposed to talk about political stuff in turntablism. And, turntablism's gotten a lot more yuppified over the years, and a lot more kind of like, the people that buy Supreme clothing, very kind of metro kind of vibes for a lot of turntablists. And a lot of those type of people don't like to talk about politics, and, they prefer, Madlib over Public Enemy, which is nothing wrong with that. I love Madlib, and I love Public Enemy. But, saying that, Public Enemy is irrelevant, or just like Drake saying, oh, you're trying to free the slaves type of a thing, that stuff's irrelevant. Let's just have fun. Let's just scratch and not talk about politics. Well, we've come to a brick wall with that, and Kendrick broke through the wall, and, he opened up a portal basically. And now we can talk about politics again within hip hop without, being seen as salty. Because like a year or two ago, people would be like, oh, yeah, Craze was salty, Radon salty. they're just mad. Qbert has more shows or something, but it's like no, it's actually something in hip hop called integrity, knowledge of self, and we're also going to talk about the California kind of fake kind of hippie vibe where people are acting like oh namaste this and that, but there's a lot of bigotry and prejudice that goes on in the West Coast, but it can be masked as like peace and love vibes, and that's kind of what you can kind of see what's going on with this, because like even within Craze's routine, he's kind of saying that Qbert's kind of out there. And I was in California once. Shout out to my homie Sebastian, basically Little B's business partner. I was at his gallery performing at the Dim Passwords Gallery in West Hollywood, and this woman comes up to me and says she was like, this is in Cali. She said she was Pleiadian and Pleiadians can't eat bananas, and I was like, I thought about that for a second, and I was like, okay, well. Because a lot of people feel Pleiadians are like this, Nordic race of aliens and all that type of stuff. We did a whole Nordic alien debunk video too on that subject, but it just kind of ties in because in a Qbert's apology video, there's a point where he has a banana, and a lot of people feel like, okay, why would he have a banana in the background, and like, is he trying to play some kind of like double agent kind of thing, where he's like mock apologizing, but then to his real Reddit type of people, he's showing how he really feels about the subject, or maybe he's just really likes bananas as a snack and he put his bananas himself down. But even my wife looked at that. She was like, that's weird. Why would he just put the bananas right there when he's supposed to be like apologizing to Black American or just the Black diaspora in general internationally for a lot of his comments. So yeah, let's get this started. So so that was the background of that. You can go to these old videos, but let's go to the newest thing. So Stud Rubble or Invisible Scratch Pickles is saying it started with this video. So this is where everything kind of restarted. So there was all the old beef from back in the day where Craze actually said let me see where Craze what he actually said. We'll just show it real quick.
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5 or 6 figure payout if you were in a traffic collision?
Right there, right when it's okay. Here we go. So yeah, so let's see. We can go to right here. You can see everything on the screen right here. So it's like. Different people chime in. Dante Ross, very famous A&R who discovered, a lot of people and stuff like that. But he also got dissed on the gas face, Doom and all them third base. But yeah, Crazeroni, and the craziest thing about this is that he's laughing like what is happening is a effing joke, and he's calling him like on some Alex Jones type of stuff. And you can see Qbert says, you can see I'm for all lives matter, B word, but yeah, I'm not going to, we don't have to go into all that stuff, but you can see all that stuff is there. And we also talked about this thing right here at the bottom where when they dropped The Secret of the Why, they were kind of alluding to free sound masons and stuff like that, and that kind of ties back to the Zulu, and we're gonna get into the Zulu Nation stuff and Bambaataa and whether Qbert's ties with all that, but that's a whole nother story, and even with DJ Flair's allegations that ties into all this, that's a whole nother story, but we're not going to talk about that in this video. In this video, we're just going to keep it between Qbert and Craze. All right, so let's go to the beef. All right, let me
yeah. I mean, like.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Can't do that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, I'll say it. There's this guy named Qbert. Like, he does the best scratches. Yeah. But he's a fucking geek. Like in a battle, I'll smoke him. Right. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and he's good at scratching, and we all say, ooh, every time he comes up with something, we're like, ooh. But in a battle, like I'll smoke him because it's like what I'm telling you, it's not dope.
Right.
Like when I put out a fucking video, it's dope.
Nice.
Like your daughters, your sons will understand what I'm doing.
Right. And be into it.
And think that's dope.
Right.
That's what I'm saying with Eminem. Like Angie, my daughter, will hear that shit and
be like,
and she'll be like, yeah, I get it. I get why it's dope, but like I don't fuck with that.
My daughter's the same way.
I don't fuck with that.
No, you 1,000. My daughter's the same way.
You want to be the guy repping the culture for every era.
Facts.
You want to be the guy that's like, I'm going to drop something and everybody's going to understand this shit. And like understand that it's the dopest, highest level of the craft.
Facts.
Give it up because I want
Qbert's response on Turntable Talk podcast.
We got another question. Will Q and Craze battle?
I'm battling right now, man. Listen, I love scratching so much. Let's go right now. Look at it right now. Guys, I'll say it right now. Craze is good on juggling and a DMC type battle, but with scratching.
Where it started between Craze and Qbert.
All right, so let's jump to a little bit forward. All right, and let's go to the actual diss. Well, actually, let's actually read the comments in that first, because Qbert says, watch my reply on Twitch, and we'll go into that as well. DJ Ivan Scratch says, would love to see the best battle more often. The people deserve it. Yep, that would definitely be cool to see them battle. Let's see. They're both 3-time DMC champs. I'll take my money in battle. So I want to see Qbert respond. Come on. So people want to see them battle. And Qbert says he wants to battle too. So come on, a battle for the GOAT title would be so good for the DJ Turntables culture. Ejaculate says, bring on the dope disc scratch tracks. The only good war is an art war. Yeah, that sounds, art wars are cool because nobody gets hurt, right? And he's an amazing scratcher, by the way. There's only 15 scratchers that I really study and check for around the world, and that cat's one of them. So yeah, shout out to him. I got to scratch with him at the Sample Music Festival years back. So let's go battle at the DJ Expo in August, right? It's gonna be nice if they battle. Okay, DJ Kid J, UK. Craze means all around battle, not just scratching. Craze would win. Just saying. I get what Craze is talking about. If it was a scratch pure battle thing, then Qbert has it. TT came out and said, wow. Let's see. People are like, whoa. People are, looking. So everybody's, turntablism has been kind of, lukewarm and kind of dead over the past, couple years. I actually, I've just come back to blogging again. I'm back now because I was deep in a lot of paperwork and discovery and stuff. All the, Kickstarter stuff is rolling out for all those supporters. Thanks. Let's keep going through this. I want to see this one. That would be a great battle. He's a effing geek, etc. Just the way he's talking about Qbert makes you wonder less about what he's saying and more about how he's doing. Dude, you're the king of your own realm. Everyone knows that, but this is some bitter-ish. Also, isn't everyone who scratches sort of a geek? That's what I liked about it. Right? Scratch nerds, right? The fact that he said there's this guy named Qbert, as if DJ World doesn't know who Q is. Well, the young people don't know who anybody of these people are. We're all older people now. Generally, turntables now is very old now. Like I was saying, it's a lot of collector's edition type of people that keep their mixers super clean and but they can't scratch on it. Type of a thing where it's a lot of shout out to Turntable Lab. Because I actually went to school with Jasper and all of them, and they actually dropped out and they ended up becoming millionaires. But that Turntable Lab kind of crowd where because Turntable Lab used to have all the battle records, before anybody did it, in the late 90s. But then online, they were one of the first places where you can get everything. And then they kind of transitioned into that kind of very kind of yuppie-ish kind of high-end turntable kind of vibe. And that's what a lot of turntablism has become too, where it's all about the high-end gear and it's about, looking good and not ruffling the waters and things being kind of hygienic and no politics except whatever the, you know, status quo. You know, kind of like a NPC type of thing. All right, so let's see. Let's keep reading on some of this. Haters can hate, but we all know when it comes to the DJ world, we all know who the real legend is. Put some respect in his name, the world famous DJ Qbert. All right, let's see some replies. That's right. It's cool that you can speak for everyone else like that. Okay, this is an all-out call out. Set up the decks and let the world decide and what style is best. They are both at the tip top in my book. I wouldn't put it past Q to come up with the dominant set. He knows who's battling. Screw the Tyson fight. I'll pay to see this. Well, the Tyson fight's over. You know, I think he had a stroke on that airplane. Laugh aloud. This was like 30 years ago, and we still didn't get it. Crazy has been trying to cancel Q for years over politics. Q is more of a jazz musician, which makes a battle comparison ridiculous. Yeah, so this did start with politics, you know, and people aren't talking about that. People aren't talking about what the actual original politics were. Seriously, I talked to Q about the beef, and he didn't have one negative thing to say about it, too. Question is, would Craze be without a geek like Qbert? Craze, you have this geek inside of you. Everything you do, Q is there. He is considered a god in the DJ realm. Craze is late. Why are my parents fighting? That's funny. But let's keep going through these. I know. Let's see. I mean, Qbert is the best scratcher by far, but for me, Craze is the most complete turntablist and DJ. He will not smoke Qbert in a battle. Qbert killed him on the turntable. Not to mention, he put Craze on the map with turntable TV. And, you know, I'll go into my feelings on the subject and on who's a better DJ or who's a better scratcher or who or you know, whatever. 650 really, he would be a sick battle. He has a point. Everyone gets why. Crazy Ronnie is dope, but you gotta love turntablism to get the musicality of Q. My wife and kids get lost in the sauce of how intricate Q's issues and finally tune out. I see it. Craze acknowledges it, but Generation Pop won't. Try the test at your own house and see the uninitiated's eyes start to glaze over. Well, you know, in some ways I would beg to differ too, because I think that the young generation, the whole trap sound, you know, Dirt Style actually had a big influence on the whole trap sound. You know, the turntablist beats, you know, kind of predated a lot of the, you know, a lot of the stuff, you know, a lot of the dirty down-tempo electro type of stuff. Craze is Drake, Q is K-Dot. Let's see the battle. So that's what I was saying. People are kind of calling this like, but see, I would say it's the opposite. I would say Craze is K-Dot and Q is Drake, because Q is more the face of hip hop right now. He's, you know, it's like he's not, you know, not talking about politics or Public Enemy stuff. He's keeping it kind of alt-right. There's a video recently, you can go into our history of videos, where Qbert actually says that he is that he says I'm part black because of the, you know, because of his Filipino descent. And you know, obviously the original Filipinos were black and are black, you know, the Negretos that live in the mountains and the ones that are, you know, discriminated against. But the more Han ethnic group eventually, you know, came in, and Spaniards came in, and you know, Q claiming blackness is a whole nother issue that Craze hasn't even brought up, and I'm sure he could bring it up too. And we're gonna even bring up, you know, people have been begging for years. They've been begging me for years. I'm gonna do a video eventually this year on the subject. But for years, people have been begging me for, you know, is Craze black? You know, is Craze a black man video? And you know, by his response to his diss track to Qbert, you can see that he is. You know, because only, you know, I would say Black Americans are dropping tracks with the N-words in it generally as disses. You know, many Latinos are starting to do it. You know, especially cats that, you know, like 6ix9ine and stuff like that. But you know, but Craze isn't like 6ix9ine, where, you know, Craze is actually, you know, phenotypically, ethnically has curly hair. He's a black man, so you don't see his hair a lot. But we got some pictures, and we'll do a whole lecture on that in the future, because a lot of Latinos have been turntablists have been like, oh, Craze isn't black, stop calling him black, and he's Spanish. But remember, Spanish is just a language, and I'm speaking English, but it doesn't make me an Englishman. I'm not British just because I'm speaking English. And really, Latin's actually a dead language, spoken only by a small number of people at the Vatican. All right. So when you're talking about ethnic groups and languages, those are two different things, because ethnic groups can use different languages. All right. So yeah, here at TM Academy, we just deal with facts, and we're not coming with pure opinions, except when we're talking about technical aspects that we're the authority on. And we're going to be talking about those technical aspects of the actual scratching. So let's listen to it. Let's listen to the beat. All right.
I've got the legs, too. I've
got the legs, too.
Wait, let me rewind this, because maybe I missed a little bit.
I'm Qbert, and I've got all the right moves. I've got the legs, too.
And notice that it's using the same intro that, my original digital juggle. I did a digital juggle, like a digital old school juggle with the triple 3D at the end of it, of an old Qbert commercial. And then I cut the Qbert game over, him falling off the Qbert 3D world type of a thing at the end of the video too. And you see Craze got influenced by that, so shout out to Craze, having my influence in there. But yeah, so let's press play.
I've got the legs too.
You little fuck, I got money stacks bigger than you. Too many times I told these niggas stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready for war. Don't let me do it to you, Dunny, cause I overdo it. Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready. You little fuck, you're not on my level. Hey, little soldier, you ain't ready for war. You don't know how long I've been waiting on this. You niggas gonna learn to respect the king. Your shit is garbage. You try and kick knowledge.
I like the transition into the new world. Not new world order, but the new.
What?
It's amazing, right? All the new technology that's coming out.
Bro, what are you talking about?
It's just a lot of beautiful things. I could just get into it forever with that.
Nigga, you a weirdo.
What if I'm asleep and I should be hating?
Stop acting like a weirdo.
I'm like a what if guy.
Why you acting like a weirdo?
Got Hillary eating kids or
Stop
something.
acting like a weirdo.
Well, first of all, my best friend, he's black. Like, okay, I'm racist. Wow.
Craze is good on juggling and a DMC type battle, but with scratching, he's like 30 years behind and shit. So it's like, if you like that battle shit, then he'll fuck shit up. Scratch.
And that's the issue. I'm just pausing it right there for a second, because I've been speaking up about this issue about black turntablists. There's been a lot of actual racism towards black turntablists within turntablism and hip hop in general. A lot of people look at us like we're dinosaurs, and we're like, oh, you guys are all doing old school stuff. You guys haven't evolved and kept up with the new scratches, and a lot of kind of like social Darwinism within turntablism. And a lot of people feel like, hey, well, the people that are the best DJs are the ones that are getting the most shine right now. Not that many people are getting boxed out of the industry because of how they look, not just because of their skills. So there's a lot of talented people that with darker skin like myself that are getting boxed out. They're not getting any gigs, and then a lot of these corporations like based out of Japan and Germany are clearly like Native Instruments and all these people, Pioneer. They're they use us sometimes for some products, but in general now they're not putting us on the boxes. And we did an actual YouTube thumbnail analysis where we found out that the YouTube algorithms, if you put a black DJ's hand in the thumbnail versus a Caucasian DJ's hand in the thumbnail, they're going to push the Caucasian DJ hand in the thumbnail more. And I proved that by posting the exact same videos, with one with my hand, and then a brown hand, and then one with You know, it's just a random hand I found on the internet that was a light skinned hand, and those videos did way better. So you know, we know that even the algorithms are suppressing black artists that are doing positive stuff. Obviously, if it's twerking and you know, and it's you know, sexy red type of stuff, then the algorithms are pushing us in that direction. All right, so let's continue this.
Man, you gotta catch up. That's just like.
Yeah. I'ma get the last laugh now right here. Yeah. I'ma get the last laugh now right here.
Between me and you is you trash. Shut those motherfuckers up and shit. You could be a bitch. You could be a bitch like, oh my god, he's a hater. I'm gonna stop scratching. Fuck that. It's a beautiful thing when you can flip the energy and shit. So don't be like that when somebody you got a hater. Just be like, what the fuck gives a fuck about this motherfucker?
All right, so yeah, that was it. So now we're gonna see the reactions to all that. Now let's go to the next video. All right, let's see. So boom, here's Q's initial reaction.
You said you wanted to explain what went down basically, because I saw basically how I saw it in Turntable's performances. Somebody posted up Craze's response to what you had said.
No. Go to the video on YouTube. It's called OG, Grumpy OG with Craze. There's a guy asking him about battling, and Craze fucking threw my name in there. So he threw the first punch, so now I'm like this, all right?
And before we really get into this, remember that John Mills, this guy that he's talking to on the phone, I believe he used to be affiliated with Mile High over there, and then something happened where he was like lying and saying that he invented that visual vinyl with the Mile High people and was trying to claim the visual vinyl or something like that. Something like that was floating around. But let's keep that going. Let's go.
Let's go then. If you want some fucking scratch, let's go.
Well, yeah, that's hip hop.
He'll probably do that, but he's got to throw my fucking scratching in there. Okay, let's go then. Scratch and shit. Let's go.
Yo, so what? Okay, so let's just back up for a second. How did that start? Like, so you called out Craze or?
No, I never called out Craze. I am fucking totally loving. I love Craze. 5 years straight, all the way through for 5 years. He talked about fucking everyone need to wear a mask. You need to get vaccinated. I'm like, no, I don't think so. That could be dangerous. It's not good. The mask can fucking stop the oxygen from.
So Qbert was saying that the original beef started with just about a mask thing. So you can see how Qbert's kind of trying to hide the fact that, you know, the original thing was actually about, you know, like the All Lives Matter and the, you know, George Floyd denying stuff and, you know, all that stuff.
He was like, fuck you. So I was like, God damn, who's this guy? My fucking
QAnon stuff. And that's why people were calling him, you know, instead of DJ Qbert, they were calling him QAnon Bert. And then he's calling Craze communist. Let's see, watch.
Communism crazy shit? Fucking shit. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, let's go back.
Communism, fuck you. I think so. That could be dangerous. It's not good. The mask can fucking stop the oxygen from your mouth. He was like, fuck you. So I was like, God damn, who's this guy? My fucking communism crazy shit? Fucking shit. Like, what the fuck? So anyway.
I remember all that craziness.
Right now, fucking, he was trying to cancel me. Fucking cancel culture crazy. He was trying to cancel me. And it's like, dude, I'm just trying to speak my shit. If you can have free speech, then give me my free speech. He was trying to cancel me. So it's like, fuck, that ain't fair. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to just lay out for 5 years. Then all of a sudden, last week, he started.
So he was trying to say that he was trying to cancel Qbert just off of mask stuff, you know, but obviously we know it wasn't about that because, you know, it was all on the net, you know, and I just showed you that that old stuff. And you can click those old videos to catch up.
I threw my name in again. He said, yo, I'll battle anybody. I'll fucking murk you in a battle. And I'm like, Okay, probably, maybe, but in a scratch battle, fuck no. Straight up scratch battle, question and answer, he'll get taken out in 1 round. Fuck that. I want to see that shit. I want to see live, face to face, the same sound, same beat. Let's go.
So I think it's important to realize that, my stance in this issue isn't, to me, the world isn't cut into black and white. I think, I believe in gradients and gray areas. And also, I believe that I can agree with somebody in one thing and disagree in another thing and agree in another thing, disagree in another thing. So I personally, how do I feel in the subject? I do feel that, Qbert is a better scratcher, just like Craze was saying, Qbert's a better scratcher. And then Craze was saying that I'm sorry, yeah, even Craze said that Qbert's a better scratcher, and I agree. And I feel like if they were to have a live battle, I feel Qbert would win if it was just scratching. No, if it was a battle within classical battle sense of what this is and all that type of stuff and showmanship and juggling and all and a more well-rounded thing like Craze was talking about, then yeah, I feel like I would like to see them both compete in DMC though. I would like to see not even them just battle each other, but I would like to see them actually compete in DMC. I'm gonna start competing again. I'm not afraid to lose. A lot of champions are afraid to lose. Eventually, I know I'm able to get some type of championship in the future. Even if it takes me until I'm 68 years old to do it. I'm gonna, eventually win some category. I'm gonna, I'm constantly, practicing and getting better and better every year. Well, a lot of people are plateauing, and I actually feel both of them have plateaued. I feel like maybe Craze is bringing his scratches higher levels now that he's on the spot more. But I feel that I haven't since those videos you see Qbert just killing it on the fatalist stuff. I haven't seen him really killing it recently in the past couple of years. I see him kind of just, when in his practice sessions, kind of doing a lot of the same things he's been doing for decades, which is cool. But even with Qbert, I haven't seen him, drop a lot of new stuff. But I'll say once again, yeah, I think Qbert is the dopest, probably scratch DJ out there right now. You know what I'm saying? Just because he has so many styles and he's influenced so many people and changed the game so much. But Craze does have a point that all the scratching in the world, it's kind of like being a swordsman and winning a battle. It's like you could be the illest swordsman in the world, but if somebody's on the roof and snipes the swordsman, then all the sword skills don't even matter. So I look at scratching as kind of like sword skills, and same with even the eye scratch. That's why I like to use the eye and fresh, because it's kind of like using a fresh sword that's really fast, like an Excalibur type of special sword, versus like, hey, I'm just using a stick or a bow, or using nunchucks. It's like you can do a lot of the same techniques with different pieces of equipment, but if you're using a sword, it's going to slice through the air way faster and sharper than if you're just using a baseball bat or something. So I kind of look at it like that.
Then what? I'll fucking take him on that. But a fucking regular battle with the jealous body tricks, fucking pulling a dildo out of his ass and scratching with his teeth, fuck that. He'll probably win that shit. I don't like doing that shit.
Damn.
I'm on some future shit. I'm like, fucking, let's heal people with music. I even got love for Craze. As I'm scratching, I'll be sending him love. That's where I'm at right now. So when he said that, I got triggered. I'm human. Humans get triggered. I fucking got triggered. I'm normally like fucking, it's all good, whatever. But it's like, man, it's like 5 years of talking shit. He's still going. Like, okay, come on, man. Something's got to stop here and shit.
Yeah, I think that's the proper hip hop response. Obviously, is the battle. I mean, I've been knowing you for a few years now.
Hip hop shit. I'm trying to go beyond hip hop. Like, we're trying to go into the future of being loving. So it's like, then I'm gonna have to battle him with love. Then let's go. He's gonna do all the hate shit. I'm gonna do the love shit. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say, man. I've been knowing you for a few years, and that's what you've always said every time.
Jesus Christ is with me and is with him. So don't get it wrong. Like, this is on some fun shit right now.
So to see you this heated, bro, I've never seen you heated like this. And it's good to know you got that side.
I get triggered. I'm human. So it's like,
I was going to say, like, you're human too. I see you are human, but I've never seen this side before. So
because I grew up in a b-boy world, so that whole battle, let's go. And all of a sudden I freaking get popped back into my high school days now. I'm like, oh shit, I'm battling again. And it's like, then I had to stop myself. It's like, oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna just be loving. Like, let's just have let's just have a jam session together. Let's go. No fucking, he do all the hate shit he wants. Go ahead. I'll just do my shit. And we'll see what happens.
So it wasn't necessarily, so just to make sure, like you, like officially on the record, you didn't come at him like, oh, like what started the beef initially?
I said, once again, watch the video, OG Grumpy on YouTube, and you with DJ Craze. He's for the whole hour, he's saying all kinds of stuff, how amazing he is. That's cool. But then at the end, he's like, he threw my name in. I'm like, dude, still? Like, dude, am I living in his head rent-free? What the fuck and shit, man?
Yeah, well, I definitely know that I have haters like that too, bro, that like to this day, like I don't even remember what their faces look like, but they still continue, like, you know, I think it takes a real man, first of all, to forgive. That's the hardest thing you can do, and to bless your enemies, right? Like that's the ultimate message of love there. Yeah. But then on this hip-hop shit, though, it's like you protect your neck, motherfucker. Excuse my language, but you know.
Angels got fucking swords too, so let's go, man.
I like that. Well, let's go. I just want to say, bro, I can't imagine two bigger titans of our time than you and Craze.
I want to do a show with him and shit. I want to fucking do a show with him. Like, fucking every time I do a show with him, he's like, oh, I don't want to do a show with Qbert. So then the fucking promoter's like, oh, man, we can't do the show. Craze doesn't want to do it. So I'm like, fuck, dude, just threw away some money for me. Like, we could have just had fun together. And I'm not going to be mean and fucking go all crazy on him. I'm just going to fucking have a good time and scratch and be cool. I'm not going to fucking attack him. Don't worry, Rick. Fucking I just have a good time on the turntables and bless people with healing energy. You know, that's what we do. But he's thinking I'm going to turn up. Oh, DJ Craze, suck my dick and all. I'm not going to do that, bro.
Well, that being said, you know, like I said, you guys being the two biggest titans of our time, it's all we could have ever imagined to see you two finally go at it, and it needs to happen. It's good for turntablism.
The comedy shit is what's so fucking funny is it's been happening. I've been scratching my ass off my whole life. I've never stopped back. Compare my scratching to his shit. He don't even fucking scratch in the fucking video. He does a little bit, but it's cool. I might have hurt his feelings and shit and said his shit was like 30 years old, but you know, you got good scratching, Craze. You got good scratching. You know, I don't want to hurt him. He's good.
I gotta give respect to Craze because his scratching is high level. You know, it's on the top level. But me personally, bro, you know, I've been with you, I've cut with you, and I think your cutting is, you know.
Well, let's stop right there because even though you know I disagree with John on a lot of things, but I would say actually I disagree with that, saying, you know, I would say Craze's scratching is high level, but I would say he's not top 20. You know, I would say, you know, we got people like E-Prom, we got people like, you know, Flip Flop, people like Sully, you know, people like Somatic, people like, you know, there's just so many, you know, even though we were just talking about before, Ejaculate, you know, there's just so many DJs. Even you know, Itchy the Killer is super sick. There's just a lot of sick DJs now. Everybody in Spain, you know, Jose Rodriguez and you know, there's just so many names. I hate to miss names on the list. But yeah, it's just, you know, it's just kind of interesting. So, you know, I would say, you know, Craze is ill, but, you know, I still would like to see Craze just have a you know, actual long session going back and forth scratching, just like I would like to see Qbert, you know, dropping juggles and battling. And, you know, so it's two different realms of DJing, you know, juggling versus the scratching. And to me, scratching versus juggling is kind of like the difference between like physicists versus, you know, geologists or something. You know, geologists are working with big chunks of minerals, while physicists are working with little small parts of minerals, and the minerals that you can't even see, and just, you know, the micro world, you know, and juggling is a little bit more macro cutting, you know, just like trick mixing is even more macro than juggling.
Oh, it's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle.
You know, I don't want to say that because you might.
So it's kind of like saying that, oh, this person's, you know, Nobel Prize geologist, and this person's Nobel Prize physicist, you know, who's the better scientist, you know. But, you know, you can't compare them, though. I believe that anybody should be able to be compared.
Craze might have some shit under his
sleeve.
There you
go. You never know what he's sleeping on.
No.
You
like
know.
All that shit doing his old shit, but really he might have some underground shit that he's not showing. So we'll see when we get together. That's what.
But also, you know, similar to how the scratch community feels, like I was saying with the scientist thing, I think that people care about Einstein more than, you know, people who figured out geological things, or, you know, even Marie Curie or whatever. People tend to go with the physicists more, and they care more about Stephen Hawkins and those type of people versus, you know, all the people that, you know, win the, you know, geology awards or geometry awards or whatever, you know, things that are dealing with bigger issues, bigger subjects.
What I want to see, I want to do a question and answer, same sound, same beat, and we can see who can flip the sounds better. That's kind of like a fun little battle. Let's do it the real way, not no fucking oh, look at the diss track. Now I got to make a diss track. This guy got to make diss track. Like, fuck that. Let's do real shit face to face, fucking on the Octagon or some show, whatever. Fucking live.
So I agree with that. That would be one cool battle. Like, even though I disagree with Qbert on a lot of political issues, I agree with him on some political issues. But and then you know, same with battle issues. So I do feel that this would be good for them to both have the same sounds to deal with. Like, let's say a third party. Let's say, you know, some like rap legend or DJ legend. Let's say, you know, Grand Wizard Theodore is like, here's 4 records that y'all gotta use. You know, that'd be ill to have like Grand Wizard Theodore give them 4 records or something, or here's 5 records that you can use. You know, you can use doubles if you want, or use whatever, you know, or something like that, because that'd be a real true test of skill. Because, you know, I like the DMC battles, but I think also when you're comparing what people are doing with different types of tracks, you know, some people like dubstep more than somebody else. So if somebody flips a dubstep track, and they're not into the judges aren't into dubstep, then they're not going to be into it, you know. So I think that you know, having the same exact track is very important for battles and judging in the future. Just be able to have you know, consistency and less subjectivity. And just, you know, later this year we're going to be doing the TTM World Cup again, the first non-subjective battle. And this, just like the last time, AKA was the winner. You know, he's also one of my favorite scratch DJs, even before he won the battle. And he won the battle through just just saying that, you know, with our battle, the TTM World Cup is the first objective battle, non-subjective. It's not subjective, where it's not up to judges to figure out who's the winner. Computer could figure out the winner. It's basically whoever has the most styles and techniques. You know, whoever can drop the most different types of patterns, whether it's a technique, a style, a scratch, you know, a juggle pattern. Whoever can do the most wins. And you know, that's a battle, you know, that's happening later this year. But, you know, shout out to AK for winning that. But the winner got 500 last time. It was 2 years ago. But, you know, this 2-year cycle is going to be a $600 prize. So we're going to make it more publicized this year, so, you know, more people can enter. I think we'll probably make a beat that's a little bit easier. A lot of people are saying the beat was kind of tough, but let's continue this. Let's let it go. But yeah, I think that you know, it would be great for them to battle in a way that's kind of in between both of their styles, where we know they're both on the different poles of scratching and juggling, but you know, something where, you know, maybe they both have to juggle and scratch.
Live on Zoom, some shit, anything, man. Sometimes I'll go in this fucking in his Twitch, and he'd be like, kick that guy out. I'm like, I'm just trying to scratch for you, bro.
For real? For real? That's whack. That's some hating shit right there.
I understand. He's got his audience. I don't want to. So I.
Oh, he feels like he's trying to steal his.
I'm not gonna be a bully. I'm not gonna do that. So I respected him on that, but he ain't respecting me. So I'm just doing the rebuttal. If someone fucking says something,
you have to. Yeah, you gotta answer.
Oh, hey, wait a minute, dude. I just gotta say my piece. That's all.
Okay, so you are gonna answer then. We want to see this, bro. You're gonna answer, right?
The comedy shit is I've been answering.
Yeah.
Every time I'm out of scratch right now, I'm taking my shit to a higher level. I'm not battling anyone. I'm trying to get better than myself. But you can fucking see, if you're not stupid, look at my fucking scratches intricately and be like, God damn, he's got his own thing going on, and this guy's got his own thing going on. I don't want to take anything away from Craze. Somebody might like all that shit. That's cool. It's up to you. It's a, how you call it? It's a fucking it's apples and oranges.
Right.
So if you like this shit, good. It don't even matter. I'm just here to fucking do my thing. He's probably trying to battle. I'm trying to battle myself. So fucking whatever.
Well, like they say, you know, DJs talk with their hands, and so we want to see you do some talking with your hands now. Like show them, because I think you got it. Like, yeah, let's like.
I am. Keep watching my next videos. and you'll see. I don't gotta say no name. You just know. I don't. Hey, look, I'm battling this guy. Here we go. Okay, let me. I'll find a new rap. I'm gonna diss him with this one. This is gonna be good. I'm gonna get him.
And this isn't me. This isn't me trying to be a fanboy either. Like, I think that when it comes down to like you were saying.
Well, it sounds like he is a fanboy though.
Like the intricacies of a full battle set with like, you know, musicality and all that stuff. Like
a lot of times when people add a disclaimer, you know, it's actually them, they're unconscious actually, you know, claiming it.
That's where Craze really shines. You know, he puts together, I don't think he's the most technical as a scratcher. You know, that's your domain. That's where that you own that. And I don't think if anyone disputes that, they're freaking crazy. You know,
it's okay. I want them.
People say D Styles as a close, but you know, but I think.
And that's true. D Styles is one of the best in the world, if not the best. You know, he's one of my favorites. He's definitely in my top 5.
Yeah.
Apples and oranges, man. Fucking Craze is amazing. D Styles is amazing. We're all God lives.
That's right. Different painters. Yeah. Everybody paints differently. Like, you know, who's better, Monet or, you know, some people, you know, they like different, you know, I'm not big on the whole painting knowledge and stuff, but you know, that's the analogy people always use. So
everyone, man, and it's like it doesn't matter and shit. But if you just keep watching my next videos on YouTube, youtube.com/ThudRumble, my Twitch, my fucking Instagram. I scratch all day. Sometimes I'll scratch fucking 4 or 5 hours straight on Twitch. Like,
so I want to talk about that about quantity too. I think you know, quantity is great. Like I used to do that in the 90s where I would scratch for hours and stuff like that. But sometimes it can actually restrict your style to where you're just kind of locking in and you're getting tired. You know, because over 15 minutes, your arm is going to start to get tired. I tell my students not to practice more than 15 minutes unless you're just having some long live session and you got to go long. But I think if you're at home, you should just do it in 15-minute bursts, because if your arm starts getting tired, then you start practicing while your arm's tired, then it's actually going to be bad for your style. But if it's an art thing and you're recording what you're doing, then yeah, I say jam all day, you know. But if you're really just trying to practice and increase your scratch vocabulary and increase your styles, I would say it's better to go shorter. But all right,
like straight up, like you can see from there. I don't gotta fucking make oh my god, I'm gonna be living in his dude I'm living in his head. He's not living in my head. So I don't give a fuck.
Well, what's your Twitch handle? I'm sure.
Well, now he is, because you know Qbert's released a lot of videos since then. So let's watch them all.
Everybody knows, but just in case.
Twitch.tv/DJ Qbert. Watch the fucking watch my latest video and just, hey man, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you like the shit with Craze, go for it. I'm trying to do the love shit. So every fucking scratch that I do is directed towards him, giving him love. All right. So
what was the YouTube video you said again that started it? The Grumpy or something?
Yeah, watch his video. He started this shit. Everyone's saying I started it. Fuck no, I didn't start. He'd been talking shit for 5 fucking years. And then last week, he made a video on OG Grumpy's fucking whatever with his name, and he said my name in it. And so like I'm just trying to say, hey man, cool, you can win in the battle. You ain't gotta disrespect me. But I fucking scratch battle, let's go. I don't think so on that part. So let's go.
Word. All right. Well, this is super rough the way I did this video. I took a phone to record the phone because I was too busy to do the screen record bull crap. So
it's all good.
It's all good, man. Everybody gets the point, man. I mean, a lot of people have already seen what's going on. You went live on your own too, so the message is going to get out. I'll put this up in Turntables Performances, but enough with the talk now. People want to see the answer with your hands, so like...
all day, every day for the rest of my life. That's the fucking comedy shit. The comedy shit is I never stopped battling. That's the comedy shit. You think so, he's going to start some new shit. Oh, fuck, no, I've been battling, man. Every fucking day I'm trying to get better. Like, what the fuck? That's the comedy shit. You don't get it yet.
It's man, that's what's up. I love it. I can't wait to see the video. When can we expect to see it? You gonna drop it tonight? You gonna drop it tomorrow? Like,
I might drop it tonight, but it's just.
Ooh, he doesn't need time to prepare. You gonna do one take?
Fun with my scratches, and you'll see it. Every time I try to share it, I give all the secrets in youtube.com/ThudRumble. Crazy, you should watch that. You'll learn some fucking scratches. I really want to help them out and shit. And so fucking go do that. Wisdom of Wax on youtube.com/ThudRumble.
Word. All right, brother. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, I can't wait to see this.
And once again, I don't want to take anything away from him. I want to learn how to juggle like him. I fucking like his juggling shit. So fucking, there you go. Teach me some shit, man. Whatever.
Crazy's musical. I won't say who, but there was a beef at one point where somebody was gonna like call out Craze or whatever, and so I hit Craze up. I'm like, yo, what's up with so and so? And he was like, yeah, he thinks he can take me on technicality, but I'll beat him with my funk and musicality and all that stuff. And it's like, yeah, I can respect that.
Everybody got something above each other. It's like whatever. We're all champs. Crazy just wants to take it all from himself. Like, I'm the only champ. It's like, dude, you're a champ. This guy's a champ. That guy. Everyone is a champ. We're all fucking blessed with God's power. We all can do beautiful things. Like, come on, dude. Like, fucking just fucking figure it out and shit, bro. We're all fucking one with God and shit. We're all fucking king.
Well, let's stop it right here because it's important to really talk about the fact that, like I was saying with the Kendrick Lamar versus Drake beef, this is a very good parallel to that because we're dealing with consciousness versus no consciousness, because Qbert's kind of coming from the like, hey, I don't see race type of a thing. I don't see, the caste system that's in the society. So he's kind of acting like it doesn't exist and all these things don't exist. And he's just, seeking information and all that type of stuff. But, it comes down to, let's say you have, Rakim battling, MC Hammer or whoever, I wouldn't say it's like that, but if you have somebody that's dealing with like knowledge of self or just consciousness in general, like what Craze was dealing with, when he was talking about the All Lives Matter stuff, what Qbert was saying, I think that you can't say it's just about skill because let's say, Eminem's a good example. We're going to talk about Eminem in the future. We're also going to be this year talking about a lot of the rap genius stuff, covering up a lot of Puffy's lyrics and covering up a lot of even Beastie Boys saying the N-word. We're going to cover that. There's a lot of issues going on with hip-hop that deal with consciousness, and, in turntablism, it was kind of an unspoken thing where I was the only one speaking out about it, but now it's, it's me and Craze pretty much speaking out about it, but, you also got a lot of techno producers, like even Jeff Mills has spoken out about, racism in the industry and stuff like that. And I feel like even John Mills was kind of coming from me when I was first covering these articles, and people were kind of calling me and Craze salty and stuff. But as Black Americans, both me and Craze are Black Americans, North, South, Central America. Shout out to all the Americas, the Mississippi River civilization, Mississippi all the way to Tennessee is where my people come from. So, shout out to everybody in the Americas. But as far as Black Americans and turntablism, we're getting pushed out. And if you look at a lot of the shows, they don't invite us anymore. Like at NAMM, they just had a show. They didn't invite any Black DJs. And, and I feel like anytime you're getting farther and farther from the craft, as far as like excluding the people that created a particular cultural craft, then you're faking the funk. It's different if you live in, Czechoslovakia and it's a contest and nobody's, there's not a lot of Black folks or whatever, or, Arab folks or whoever out there to bring to the parties or the events or whatever, or have people participate. But if you're in California and it's a NAMM show, you can, they could have asked Joe Cooley, they could have asked whoever, There's a lot of Black scratch DJs they could have asked. They could have asked me. Obviously they don't ask people because they kind of, there's a lot, like I was saying, there's a lot of social Darwinism going on where it feels like, hey, the Asian and the European crowd, we're kind of smarter. That's why I brought up the bell curve before in past lectures. Look up the bell curve book, and many people believe the bell curve. They believe like, hey, the Euro diaspora and the Asian Indian diaspora is, they're doing better economically and in school, just because they're smarter, and same within turntablism. But I don't believe that. I believe in nurture over nature. Because if you have somebody that's a genius and you don't give them any resources, and you put them in a dark room, they're not going to be a genius. But if you nurture somebody, you can help nurture somebody, anybody, into finding their own genius. So everybody has their own personal genius. So let's get back to this. But yeah, this John and Qbert are both not wanting to talk about the racial dynamics going on with all this, because this all has racial undertones, just like with the Kendrick and the Drake thing, like I was saying before with the slave, Drake saying, slave masters, you're using slave masters in rhymes and saying you're trying to free the slaves and stuff like that. Even with Iggy Azalea, so it's like, even if Eminem has the iller bars, the question is, does skill and technicality go over consciousness? And no, it doesn't. I think that in hip-hop, consciousness will always reign supreme. So even if somebody's a technical master like Drake, like, to me, Drake's a technical master. He can sing, he can rap, he knows all the rap patterns that are out there. He knows all the singing patterns that are out there, and he's a master of all of them. But even if you're a master of all those things, he's still not conscious. And if he's not conscious, then, he's kind of a sucker. And that's what we call it in hip-hop. So I'm going to keep this going.
Let's see the response. I'm sure Craze is going to see this. So Craze, basically, he's saying, like, hey, man, if you're willing, he'll do a show. Put the show together. Let's see that happen.
Call him right now. Put him on live. Somebody get an interview with him and me together online so we can talk this. I want to debate with him online and shit.
I could join the call, I think. I don't know if I can do that on FaceTime. I'll hit him up and see if he's interested in responding. So, he's going to do it right now.
Where's he at?
You said you wanted to.
All right, so let's go to the next one. Boom. What happens next? All right, let's play this. Whoops.
Let's go.
Let's do it. So, Craze, if you're out there,
let's go.
Qbert is offering to settle y'all differences in a scratch battle. All right, take it or leave.
He can do it. He can do a DMC battle too, but we also got to do a scratch battle too. Then what?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be saying, hey man, let's do it for free. He wants to do it for money. Let's do it for free. But if he wants to do it for money, let's go money or free. I don't care. Let's go.
Do the one-on-one, and then we can have the.
It's all fun.
Pickles versus the allies.
Somebody said two homies want both to win, but at the end of the day, humble wins.
Love scratching so much. Let's go right now. Look at it right now. I'll say it right now. Craze is good on juggling and a DMC type battle, but with scratching, he's like 30 years behind the shit. So it's like, if you like that battle shit, then Craze, he'll fuck shit up. Scratching, man, he gotta catch up. That's just like the fuck I've been doing that.
So this is going farther back into what started all this too. This whole 30 years thing and Craze. It's just going back and forth. But let's let it play.
I shouldn't.
That means we can see possibly a Craze versus.
But what Qbert's trying to say by the 30 years thing that people don't realize is he's talking about the types of inventions, the types of scratches. Like, so in the 90s, let's say 30 years ago in the 90s, cats were dropping flare scratches were new, and some crabs were new, and twiddles were new, and all those types of things. And he's saying, people had just been doing transforms since the 80s, so in the 90s, he's saying, Qbert is saying that Craze's repertoire of scratches, we talk about that a lot here, what your scratch vocabulary is or your scratch repertoire. And Qbert's saying that Craze's scratch repertoire is, is still from the 90s, like he hasn't caught up on any new school 2000s or 2020s or 2010s techniques,
Qbert in real life? That's
right now. It's happening right now. Look at his scratching and look at my scratching.
I'm saying, like,
for the culture, it'll definitely be.
I'm into it. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's do it. So, Craze, if you're out there,
let's go.
Qbert is offering to settle y'all differences in a scratch battle. All right, take it or leave.
He can do it. He can do a DMC battle too, but we also got to do a scratch battle too. Then what?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be saying, hey man, let's do it for free. He wants to do it for money. Let's do it for free. But if he wants to do it for money, let's go money or free. I don't care. Let's go.
Do the one-on-one, and then we can have the.
It's all fun.
Pickles versus the allies.
Somebody said two homies want both to win, but at the end of the day, humble wins.
Love scratching so much. Let's go right now.
All right, so let's look at some of the comments on this. So somebody said, damn, he said he was 30 years behind. Qbert as well. Crazy needs to stop drinking and letting his mouth get him into trouble. Make it happen. Fans need this. Legendary. Craze said he can win Q in a says he can win Q in a battle, not just a scratch battle, but includes juggles also, making an actual battle, not just a scratch battle. Right? A lot of people feel that way. Facts. They'll make it both because regardless of drama, it will boost both their sales and engagement. Forget Kendrick Lamar and Drake. This is the real beef. Craze versus Qbert. It is very similar. Demolition Pumpkin Squeeze music alone will always still clown on anything anyone's ever willing to pull out. Respect to the almighty Grandmaster Qbert. So yeah, that goes back to what I was saying before. Like, does skill level trump integrity or consciousness? Where you might say that Qbert has a higher skill level, but you could say that Craze has higher level of integrity as far as social issues and what's going on or whatever, and Qbert's kind of numb to that, right? All right, so, and not to mention Wave Twister, the album and movie is still dope to this day. Yep, but even just the old cassette of Pumpkin Squeeze music would SHIT on anything put out today by anybody. Wave Twisters, I think anyone who is in the know knows that this will never be touched, yet even brought up in combos. ISP all day. Seeing Q fire back is such a pleasure. I'm with Q off the fact that he's just a pleasant human being for starters. But this is the ISP fans, obviously. Craze feeling some kind of way, insecure, awkward. Oh, shout out to Awkward, that's my homie. He's done some remixes for me in the past. We did some work together. Real B-Boy battle, not the faint of heart, 100%. And shout out to Machina Muerte, his other group. They gonna dance too. I think there should be like a multifaceted battle where they each have to make a quiche, crochet a blanket, give each other a tattoo, write a children's book, and juggle juggle bowling pins, not records. No, in terms of you call someone out and you meet the challenge and throw down, no backing out. So yeah, this might be happening. Shout out to Awkward. Mr. Wonderful says no button pushing scratch battle. That'd be great. I'm not a big button pushing fan, because that's part of the whole thing of rewinding it and the record skipping and not being able to, it's like that was the whole. If Rock Raider had button pushes back in the day, he would have been doing even crazier stuff, And cats aren't even making crazier stuff now. But shout out to Craze, he's doing a lot of cool good stuff with the buttons. This would be dope. Make it happen in Miami though, right? Gotta be neutral. Gotta be a neutral site. So yeah, maybe it could be I don't know if it'd be in New York or Cali. Has to be one in Miami, one on the West Coast. Which podcast was first, Q or Craze? Get him, Q. Mike Tyson versus Craze Paul. McQ Tyson versus Craze Paul. Nobody can touch Qbert on any level. I think AKA could touch Qbert. Or I'll say that. Human versus alien. Q is not from this planet. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. Well, yeah, that goes back to the Kendrick Lamar stuff and They Not Like Us. And we're gonna talk about the whole They Not Like Us because, with DJ Flair's allegations, I'm not even gonna speak on what those allegations are. It's so extreme that I'm gonna save that for another video. But it does overlap into all that. So ISP versus the world. Let's go. Are they just clowning around or the beef is real? It's real. West Coast all day. What are these replies? People are like, oh, I wonder who's going to judge. Let's go. Oh my God, wow. Oh, damn, this must happen. Something vibes. Let's see, it says Q sees an opportunity and is trying to turn DJ battling into some MMA, boxing, W type of... Well, it was always like that, even before MMA, DJ battles have been there. A lot of side-eye looking. Let's see, 8 ball, somebody put an 8 ball. And yeah, right, nobody booked DJ 8 Ball. Like, remember how I was saying with, nobody's booking Black Turntablists at that NAMM event. They could have had DJ 8 Ball from LA. There's so many LA cats and LA legends they didn't bring out. It has to happen today. Showdown, Craze. All right, 2 greats. Let's see what everybody else is saying. I think we're at the end of it. Needs to cop a Q rookie card and a Craze rookie card. One thing's for sure, those are going up in value. Let's go, let's go. BC Boy says fire. Let's go, Q. Alright, so these are all the Q fans talk your ish. But we're going to go to Craze's page too and see what Craze has to say. But Craze fans have to say, and what Craze has to say himself. That would be dope. Looking at both of you. I met you, Q. Never seen Craze live yet. Yeah, people are freaking out. That's a cool meme. It's getting hot in there. Nelly pay-per-view, July 4th. Wow, two cats that can definitely back up a talk real beef, but all seriousness and technicality. Let's go, make it happen. Mind blown. Can we get an ISP versus Allies battle, please, for the culture? I don't think the Allies are together anymore, right? I know Craze is dope, but I'm a day one. Yeah, boy, this culture needs this, and they're right. The culture needs this. Everything's been very boring in turntablism for a decade or two. You know, it's just like everybody's like afraid to talk. It's bland. Everybody's older. Everybody's, you know, it's like this kind of grumpy middle-aged bedroom thing that it's become. And there's nothing wrong with bedroom. Shout out to everybody, you know, that's making stuff in the bedroom, but I'm just talking about more of the vibe of it, because there's a lot of incel kind of vibes that have been going on, you know, and I've been calling it out. They're both so talented, hard to pick a winner. Q, Anon, Bert, about to get smoked. Sheesh, let's go, taking this to the streets. Everybody's like, let's go. Qbert gonna take the W for sure. Timeless battlefield of the Scratch DJ. Got to see the judging b-boy style, where they have 3 to 5 judges scoring by category, style, execution, creativity, originality. Let's get ready to rumble. Yeah, that'd be cool to have a lot of categories. In all the years I've seen and supported these world-class DJs over the years, I would never have thought this would happen between these two famous DJs, just from a saying. I love them both deeply and are both dope-ass DJs, have good skills live, but this shouldn't happen again between Craze and Qbert. A similar thing happened in the early 90s of who's the best between Craze and Qbert. I hope it's love at the end of all this. They said the early 90s. No, it wasn't the early 90s. Craze was the end of the 90s. I hope it's love, and at the end of all this battle, and there's going to be a battle, and hopefully they can move on from the best friends again. But it would not be a battle. It would be a tutorial on how to be dope. There could be no loser. They are already winners. The time and creativity they would put in would be nothing short of epic. They should call it the Battle of Rebirth. That would revive DJing in a whole other way. Maybe the culture needs this. DJ Qbert all day. Oosh. Qbert, fire. Qbert versus Craze with Jazzy Jeff as a judge. That'd be dope. Jazzy Jeff as one of the judges. Remember when you said Craze was behind 30 years scratching wise? I'll do. When do you put such a boomer? When do you become such a boomer? You put new meaning into the boomerang scratch. Now when you do it. These comments, and one thing I'd have to say about Qbert saying that too is that even with Qbert's, like, let's say crescent flare, you know, I see him drawing the schematics of crescent flares, and now he's doing the kind of chirp flare version of the crescent flare, where it's a chirp flare, but instead of a chirp flare, it's a chirp crescent flare, and that's pretty cool. But it's still not super new from what he was doing, you know, 15 years ago. So I would like to see some stuff from Qbert that's newer than, you know, stuff he was doing 15 years ago, because he was doing crescent flares, you know, more than a decade ago. Craze is the Jake Paul scratching, fire, Zektar represent, let's go. It's been 20 years. Do you see everybody's hype again? Also, and that's what I'm saying, this Kendrick thing's got people hyped again, and I think Kendrick definitely influenced Craze a little bit to really go for Qbert's jugular. No personal setup. I'll host it in Dallas, and I officially charge Craze to a push-up contest for money. Man, who might have imagined this? Q is right though. Scratching, he is out in the universe, but Craze is a great battle planner. I love to see both styles, both battles. This is crazy. Love them both. This is Ish. This Ish is getting to me. Team Q, RIP Craze. Yeah. Q all the way. Excellent marketing ploy. Huge fan of both of these legends, but I'm on Team Q. I love Q, but Craze is right. Q is a scratch nerd. You can't listen to this Ish for a long time, but it could probably come up with a sick DMC sec if he tried. This was probably both of their ideas. Nah, I don't think that this was planned by them. Q totally confident in you taking care of business live on Twitch with no hiding anything. This would be a waste in scratching. Qbert will win in beat juggling. Craze will win. In a routine, Craze would win. That's simple. Q's got some ill beat juggles though. You know, that with all that stuff he was doing. He has some crazy juggles, some creative stuff he was doing back in the day. But yeah, so let's go to the next part. Let's go to this last part. All right, and so Qbert comes out and says that he will officially battle Craze, but only live. Let me give this a like. So yeah, so let's see what this is. You know, to keep everybody that's out of the know.
This guy said Craze.
I'm putting everything in chronological order, so it's a lot easier to understand.
He thinks he can smoke you. He probably could in a like a juggle battle or DMC kind of battle, but I don't know. Maybe in a scratching, maybe he's holding back. Maybe he's not showing people his real stuff. You never know. Anybody seen that Craze thing online? Fucking he was interviewed by these guys and fucking he goes, yeah, Qbert can scratch, but he's a geek. And I got triggered and shit. So I said, well, Craze can fucking juggle, but his scratches suck. And he got mad and he made a fucking diss video thing on his thing, and I'm like, pfft. Anyway, that's what happened. But I got love for Craze. I got love for him. He's amazing. This guy said, why did Craze... Oh, I just answered you.
Oh, and also, too, that's been one of my critiques of DMC over the years, is that there's not enough emphasis on scratching. I feel that, you know, DMC is more of a juggling battle. I mean, it's great that they created the DMC scratch version now, but, you know, just the main DMC competitions, the people that win tend to be, you know, jugglers. And it would be cool to see scratching giving more preference, because a lot of times when it's the scratch section within a DMC set, it's usually like just kind of some contrived scratches that they do real quick, and like, oh, I'm gonna do a little orbit here and a you know 3-click here and a flare, and I'm done. You know, they're not really going in on, and even with scratch drumming, you don't see people scratch drumming. You know, Q's a monster with scratch drumming, and you know, as far as scratch drumming, there's just so many things that you can do that are still unexplored. You know, you never see that in DMCs, you know, so DMC is mostly like a juggle battle outside of the new scratch versions, but it would be great if, you know, these battles could be more weighted towards both, you know, equally.
Okay, look, so there's this thing. Okay, this is what you got to do. This is what happened last week, or maybe like, let's say 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't know how long ago this video was, but it was online. It's on OG Grumpy OGs with DJ Craze. Go on YouTube.
So that's the video. He's talking about the video we just saw already.
.com. Yeah, YouTube. Let me find it right now.
The first video that we played.
Show you. An hour and 40 minutes in, he goes, yeah, that guy Qbert, he could scratch, but I'll murk him in a battle, and he's a geek. So I was like, all right. He could probably, maybe he could, because I don't juggle. He's more of a juggler guy. He could probably give me that, but they call me a geek. So I'm like, I got triggered. I'm human. I got mad. Maybe I am a geek. That's why. I'm a scratch geek, and he's a juggle geek. But I went online, and I said, well, fuck. I got mad. I said, hey, man, he could juggle and shit, but I don't see him doing really scratches. I would like to see more of him scratching. And then he fucking got mad about that. So he made a diss track, but he started it. He called me a fucking geek. So I never fucking call him anything. I never call him names for 5 years. He's been talking shit about me, but I never said anything. Telling everyone, you gotta get injected with the V. We can't even say this online because fucking they'll cancel you and shit.
So that's Qbert again trying to say that it started with you know, like a jab debate, but it wasn't about that. You know, we already talked about what that was about. It was actually about, you know, race politics.
So I was like, I ain't trying to put that shit in me. I'm trying to be clean without that. And he got mad. He got mad at me. He's like, no, fuck Qbert's he's the problem.
So you see, that's where Qbert's not telling the truth. He's not being, you know, totally upfront about all the information, because we just went over all that stuff, you know, in past videos.
You gotta take that shit. I'm like, hell, and I ain't putting that shit in me. So that's really what it started way back 4 years ago.
So you see, he's trying to change the narrative here.
Then then he said I was a geek, and I got mad. And I said, well, fuck. That's all. So that's what happened. So go on, look at his interview, OG, grumpy OGs with all that shit, and that's all. This guy said, Craze is dope, but he ain't for the people and the art like you. He is. If you look at it, see, I'm on Craze. See, Craze don't even know. I'm on his side. He's for the people because he's doing hip hop shit, and But
is he really on his side? Because he's trying to say he's on Craze's side, but when he was talking about, you know, the George Floyd stuff and And when he was saying when Qbert was saying all lives matter, you know, he wasn't necessarily for the people. He was for, you know, a specific group of people.
That this thing he did against me, that's hip hop. That's dope. I like it. But it's like it's like whatever. It's fucking.
But it's also important to know that, you know, given that hip hop is a black cultural art form coming from the Black American diaspora, you know, if you were to throw, you know, like I was saying before, if you were to throw, let's say, a tabla event and you didn't invite any Indian people to the tabla battle, that'd be kind of racist. You know, it'd be like, hey, that, you know, because obviously there's good Indian tabla players. Tabla playing is part of Indian culture, and, you know, it goes back really far. So it's like, anytime that's something that you're excluding the original people of a cultural type of music, you know, it means something politically. And even also who you've also worked with in the past, you know, because although Qbert says that his best friend is black, we don't see Qbert dropping, you know, releases of music with, you know, a lot of black folks outside of, you know, if, you know, automators, you know, pairing him with people or whatever. But, you know, on his own, you don't see him, you know, working with a lot of cats.
I'm not gonna make.
And then we can go to the video of him, the cat that actually came over his studio, and he called him the N-word 7 times. So, you know, because a lot of people feel like California is kind of free of bigotry or whatever, since it's kind of the West Coast and it's sunny vibes and it's a lot of New Age thought. But, you know, with as we've talked about before, with the New Age movement and Theosophy and, you know, Madame Blavatsky and all that type of stuff, there's a lot of dark undertones to all that stuff.
I'm not gonna make no diss thing against him. I already said my piece and shit. He's mad about that. Are you going to reply to it? I replied to fucking these haters my whole life. I fucking scratched my ass off, and they're mad about that. So I'm already doing my job. He didn't really scratch. I don't even know if he did the scratch. It looks like a fucking Chat GPT scratch thing. What the fuck, man? Yo, Chat GPT, make a diss track for Qbert. Put all these old scratches in. It's like, yeah, let me see. I would like to see him, if he's serious, I would like to see him battle me live. Like straight up question and answer, the same sound, same beat. Let's fuck it up together.
Now, Q does have a point about the scratches on that diss track. I will say that the scratches were from the 90s. In my, you know, from my studies of, you know, being a authority, the world's authority in TTM notation and the study of scratch technique and form, I would say that the scratches that I heard in that were all things that pretty much had been done in the 90s. There was one that sounded like some really fast kind of tip chirps, but with like maybe a crab over it, on top of it, which, you know, so you can make new patterns out of that, and it might have been a pattern that hadn't been done in the 90s, and it was really dope in the Craze thing. But Q does have a point. I do agree with him in that one realm, that most of Craze's scratch vocabulary is from the 90s, because that's how most jugglers are anyway. Like, you know, even though Selly is one of my favorite, you know, what do you call it, phrase scratch DJs, you know, Selly's using techniques from the 90s, because phrase scratching, people were doing that in the 90s. So even the fastest, illest new phrase scratchers now are still using super old techniques. So obviously, you can use old techniques in newer ways and still be ill. But I do agree with Qbert that to go beyond that, you really have to start making some new techniques.
See that? I want to see how he flows.
Because, you know, all that was phrase scratching, you're pretty much just, you know, maybe a flare, maybe a you know, some slices and some chirps and some stabs and, you know, things that were all done in the 90s and the 80s. A lot of them in the 80s.
Like live, straight in your face, raw style. Real b-boy shit, not no fucking Serato edited scratch remix bullshit.
And Qbert has a point here too, where there's different types of battles. There's the battle that's like a live battle, that's like a DMC style traditional battle. Then there's a live battle that's more of just a head-to-head scratch style. And then there's what he's talking about here, where somebody could just make a track and it's like a diss track. And Qbert said he's not going to make a track with this video, and he's saying that he wants to battle, Craze live, and that, if you're in the studio, you have time to just take your favorite take and splice all your favorite takes together. And I agree that doesn't show if you're super dope, because it just shows that you're a dope scratch producer, but it doesn't necessarily show that you're a dope battler or a dope scratch DJ. Seeing it live is very important, because if you notice, you'll see a lot of clips of me or Qbert, scratching for a long time, scratching for an hour. But then a lot of people, you'll see them drop a video and it's just like 15 seconds, and it's like, oh, their hottest 15 seconds that they chose out of a 30-minute set or something like that. But when you see somebody's whole, 30 minutes, that's how you can see really what their level is at. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you see a skater, hit 3 tricks or hit 4 tricks in 30 seconds, you could be like, oh, they're ill. But, how much, how many tricks, how many times did they miss that day? You know what I'm saying? And how many times they hit it. So the people that are more skilled, like a Rodney Mullen, if you watch Rodney Mullen, live, he could just go on forever and just not miss a trick and never fall off. And even if he does fall off or mess up, he might just do it once out of 30 tricks. Whereas most skaters are like, they're messing up every other trick or even more. They might mess up 5 times and then hit it once. So with pre-recorded scratching, it's a similar thing, where you don't know how many times they messed up or how many takes that they took.
Yeah, no, but I liked it. It's hip hop. I liked it. I wish it would do fucking some new scratches, but whatever. This guy said, "Yo, do you don't feed into that?" I don't have to. I'm doing my shit, motherfuckers.
And I agree. I wish Craze would do some new scratches, and I wish Qbert would do some newer scratches, because I feel Qubert's, this is me, seeking to be as unbiased as possible, as objective as possible. And I think, both of them could be dropping new scratches, because, with the, Crescent Flares are very old.
They're mad at me. It's okay. I am used to it. I got love for everybody. This guy said live friendly battle would be cool. I would love that. Tell him to come through and we'll fucking scratch together. I try to go on his Twitch and shit. And, he fucking kicks me out of his Twitch. I try to question and answer with him on Twitch. He's like, get the fuck out of here. So I'm like, okay, you don't want then, all right. That's cool. I got love for everybody. Even the fucking chihuahuas that bark at the big dog. It's cool. It's like, what?
So he was kicking him, Craze was kicking Qbert out of the Twitch before this new stuff. Craze was kicking him out just over the, the All Lives Matter George Floyd stuff.
Whatever.
The racial stuff, basically.
This guy said, call your album Unique Geek Speak. I'm a geek on scratch. I admit it. He's a geek on juggling. He's a geek on making fucking Chat GPT scratches. That's all good. So whatever. Everybody should do what they want to do. It's all cool. This guy said Q would burn his ass up in a Q&A scratch battle. Yeah, man. Well, maybe not. Maybe he's got some shit. Whatever. I just want to see it with my own eyes. Like, okay, maybe I want to see that shit for reals. Tech $9.99. I just went on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/DJ Qbert. I went on for an hour, just a big old scratch mix. I would like to see him do that. Sometimes I see him do drum and bass shit. He doesn't even scratch. I'm like, damn, I wish you could scratch, man, because that would be fucking dope.
And I do want to speak on that too, because I think a lot of scratch DJs that scratch are afraid to scratch when they're, like, oh, it's my drum and bass set. I think that maybe Craze is afraid to do scratching over just because he doesn't, people get mad when you start scratching sometimes, or people feel like it messes up their vibe, or they don't understand it, or they don't like it. But, shout out to Goldie and all the, jungle DJs out there. Because, when you're scratching over stuff, there's a lot of different ways you can do it. You can do it in abrasive ways. You can do it in less abrasive ways. But I think scratching can always be integrated into every genre. So I don't believe that scratching should only be by itself, or it shouldn't be on top of stuff. I think that, a dope scratch DJ is going to be able to scratch with anything and still keep people dancing. I'm always a student. Fuck that.
This guy said, super edited when he does drop something or a new sponsorship. Sometimes he does shit live, so that's cool. I got his back. Sometimes I've seen him do some live shit. Sometimes he comes to my house. We scratch together. He comes to my house. He comes to the Octagon, and we scratch together. It's like that and shit. It might be a hip hop thing, just kind of like doing that shit. But we haven't seen each other for 5 years or whatever. I saw him at the fucking, how you call it, at the Guitar Center and shit. I mean, what is that shit? The NAMM show. This guy said, bro, you're the most high with anything turntables. I don't know. You know, some people like juggling. Some people like scratching. Some people like blending mixes. Some people like fucking selection. You know, some people like to rock a party, you know. I'm a fucking nerd. I fucking like to scratch and shit. So, I'm like...
Also, I feel like in the past 20, you know, or even like maybe since Kentaro, I haven't really seen that many new juggling techniques, people inventing new juggle techniques, and I think that the future of the DMC battles progressing forward as far as juggling is going to be people incorporating more scratching and more scratch drumming into juggling. Like, you know, can you do that triple 3D and that chin machine within it, you know? So I'm about to actually come back to juggling, and, you know, I'm going to be incorporating all these advanced scratch techniques into the juggling, because, you know, a lot of, you know, most jugglers aren't doing that. Most jugglers are, you know, they're juggling with stabs and forwards and stuff like that, where, you know, there's infinite number of scratches that can be integrated into the juggles.
I like to rock hip hop. I'm more of a b-boy style, but it's like, you know, everybody got dope shit. I think we're all kings. I think he might be like, he just...
And shout out to Chin Machine too. Chin Machine, you know, is definitely you know, one of my favorites. Chell as well, out of Russia.
Wants to be the king. But it's like, we're all fucking kings. Everyone in the audience here, you guys are fucking kings. Everyone is blessed with God's beauty. You all can do amazing things for the planet, you know? And I think that when he realizes that, it's like he won't need a hug, you know?
Well, see, and Q is kind of trying to play the Captain Planet kind of thing right now, where it's like, hey, I'm Captain Planet. I'm all about green and you know, everybody peace and, you know, kumbaya type of a thing. But, you know, just a couple of years ago, he was, you know, going against George Floyd and just, you know, coming out with the All Lives Matter stuff. So it's like, you know, he was going against that kumbaya kind of vibe. Yep. So, you know, we can see some contradictions, and we've also seen, you know, him cover up the truth.
You know what I mean? I think he might need a hug. Fucking everybody here, go to...
Because he's kind of making his page Craze look like, oh, you're just, you know, trying to battle me for no reason. But, you know, all this original beef started over politics.
Go to Craze's page and be like, yo, Craze, that was dope. That was fucking dope. Give him some love and shit. He might need some love. I don't know.
It's also important to note that, you know, Q saying that, you know, last time Craze was over his spot was 5 years ago or whatever, or maybe it was before that, but he was, you know, Q's able to see, you know, Craze's styles that he had as far as just scratching and you know, from when you jam with somebody, you can see where their skill level's at, you know. So I would think that, you know, Q would have a pretty good knowledge of where Craze is at, unless Craze has, you know, been updating his flow. And that's what you'll see with most legends. A lot of people aren't updating their flows, but hopefully they both update and they battle. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's it. All right. Now, I think we're going to look at, to be fair, we're going to go to Craze's Instagram, and we're going to look at the, we didn't really look at, I think, all of what everybody was saying. All right, so let's go into the comments right here. It says, respect the king, Crazeroni, people are laughing. Let's see, no, I'm right with you. You got a barbecue for this one, haha. Right. I'm gonna pull up a chair right by you, fam. Laugh out loud. What we doing? All right. And then A-Track is coming out and saying undefeated. And we're gonna talk about A-Track stuff too, because remember, A-Track had a group. You know, him and that one cat, that house DJ. You know, that Duck Sauce group, Armand Van Helden. they were putting out some kind of bigoted type of stuff where they're putting they had these brothers bugging their eyes out and stuff like that in their videos, and A-Track was giving them haircuts, because you got to remember, black barbershops tend to only have black, barbers in it. It's part of black, very black cultural thing. So A-Track's in the video cutting their hair, and everybody's acting all googly eyed and doing kind of Sambo-ish type of stuff. But we're gonna be talking about A-Track also finally admitting that he didn't invent scratch notation in the 90s, even though his Wikipedia says some lies and stuff like that. But he just finally admitted it. So that's gonna be a whole nother lecture we're gonna go into that overlaps. But let's see what people are saying. A-Track, haha. When your favorite uncle fights your brother, no matter who wins this battle, we'll all lose. We all lose someone we love. Right? Never go after the GOAT. Especially when your best days were 20 years ago. What was that man thinking? DJ community now got our own Drake versus Kendrick, which is true. Right? DJ Shorty, shout out to the real DJ Shorty, because there's the DJ Short T out of the UK who was kind of using Shorty's name, but shout out to DJ Shorty from Atlanta, who's also teaching turntablism. But yeah, shout out to original Shorty. All right, this is about to be a slobber knocker. All right, let's keep going. 4 Color Zach, yeah, a lot of up and coming people posting on here. So yeah, 4 Color Zach. And this is let's go to the next one. See DJ Day. People posting funny memes. Finally, shout out to Tony Scratchery, the Scratch Man. Finally, someone said it, and it was you. He would never battle you though. Too busy sitting on his biscuit, not trying to risk it. And Sally said, "There it is." And Ricky Rucker, somebody says Ricky Rucker has entered the chat. I tried to reach out to Ricky Rucker. He's not even talking to me. So Paul Scratch is typing stuff. Synapse. Shout out to homie Dave Synapse, and shout out to Paul Scratch too. He's a homie. So many, the communities is very vast. DJ Fat Fingers. Let's see. Let's keep going. Y'all should do a versus. Let's keep going. Let's see some of these replies. Yeah, a lot more memes. So there's a lot of memes on this Craze one. I think a lot of people are afraid to speak, but also a lot of Craze fans are less into turntablism. He's got a lot more just general DJ fans in general, I think. The real king on the wheels of steel. Okay, so Ivan Scratch is saying that, because Ivan Scratch is, I guess he's out of Texas. He's, it's interesting to see him say that. But maybe he's out of Cali. I can't remember. I know he's out the west side. CTJ Rated. Well, RTST, right, out of Chicago. Let's see, Tone Spliff. Yeah, because see, a lot of people are like, because people have been afraid to talk about these issues, and people were hating on me for being the one to talk about it. Just talking about politics within turntablism. People act like like the whole bear bad news, or shooting the messenger or whatever. People were getting mad at me being just a messenger of what was happening in the news, in turntablist news. And now you see here it's resurfacing. And shout out to Eski83. He was the one that was calling out the make DJing great again stuff. I think people were doing. Bro, you got to fly out if they end up doing this fade live. Right? That would be big. My dude, the DJ, so it's like, bruh, oh snap, goat versus goat, and that's true. They're both goats. Let's see. DJ Pau Brazil, shout out to all these cats. Let's see, let's keep going down. Oh, John Swan Jovi, shout out to John Swan. We did some sessions in the past. We're gonna get up again and do some more scratching together. Everybody's like, whoa, a lot of side eyes. All right, let's see. Sheesh. Okay, I'm here for it. It's a good listen again. Oh, Simon Hargraves, he's got some cool TTM tutorials. We covered him on 100 Days of TTM. He's like, oof, Let's see. Let's keep going. And he's got a lot of good content on his site. And shout out to Frankie Diesel here out of Atlanta. Honestly, this is a good matchup. And I think Frankie Diesel is, one of the, is a top U.S. scratcher that's, underrated. Once he gets his juggles up, he can definitely be a big DMC competitor. And also shout out to Tony Scratchery. I think he's going to start really competing hard in DMC again. And it just goes to show at any age, you can just keep getting better and better. So yeah, DJ Flip Flop, like I was saying, he's one of my top 20, top 15 that I follow, though he's gotten rusty over the years, because he's really sick at the fast electro stuff, but his versatility over a lot of different tracks, I would say, is a lot more limited. Oh, shout out to, DJ Dopey's a legend. A lot of legends coming on here. See, DMC Chance. I posted They Not Like Us. And then one of those old videos. And Go Voltron's like, God damn, what just happened? Let's see what somebody said. I can't even see that person. Maybe they have me blocked. Let's see. Somebody said, Somebody said Crazy Roni fire. Somebody said go, 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 go. A lot of goat stuff happening. Let's see. Let's make this a little bit smaller. We need these two in the same room. Well, this right here is just waiting for a video to be made about it. That's what I'm doing right now. You gave it a good shot. FQ and Berto all day. Every day over here, this joint is better than the Kendrick tracks. You will forever be the GOAT. So that's what I was saying. Craze is bringing back consciousness back into rap. Back into turntablism, where people felt like, hey, it's all about scratching and technique. Is, who cares about, how people in the hood feel, or people in Palestine, or people, who cares about social issues? But, hip hop always cared about social issues, and it's part of the core of it. Diesel Boy, whoa, that's the drum and bass Diesel Boy, so that's interesting to see. Crazy has a lot of big names on the side. J-Rock, is this J-Rock from the Beat Junkies, or is this J-Rock from Chopped and Screwed J-Rock from Texas? Mike Realm, very dope turntablist and also dope visual artist, filmmaker too. Let's see. Brought me here. Haha, slow to the two J's who influenced me, but I want to see this escalate on some hip hop ish. LFG, it's all love. DJ Qbert Times Craze. Finally, some real smoke. Somebody said, whack. I'm hosting a battle here in Dallas, Texas in September called The King of the Streets. I would bring both of you down if you went to battle. I want to see somebody put up some money. I would even put up some money and be like $1,000 for the winner, but I want to see somebody be like 10,000 for the winner, 20,000 for the winner. You know what I'm saying? Have a real battle. Have the judges get paid too, maybe. Somebody said, ish. Somebody put the crown, some bombs over here before it began. A lot of fire emojis, side-eye emojis, a lot of fire. This is the battle hip hop has been waiting for. The insanity of that. The insanity of that guy to go after the GOAT is crazy, almost as crazy as the ish he says and does. Let's see. Who you mean? Only Crazy Roni is the GOAT. So people are like, ish, stop acting like a weirdo. Killer cuss in this joint. Told y'all like 25 years ago. Haha. All right. So now we're wrapping it up. We're almost at the end. All right. So yeah, the little Qbert logo, kill the noise. All right. So yeah, a lot of emojis in this. Insane. A lot of fire. A lot of emojis. So you can see, Q has a lot of the kind of turntablist community, while Craze kind of has, a lot of drum and bass people and as well as turntablists, as well as just, hip hop people in general. What's going this year? Beef, let's go. Winning. What? People are eating popcorn, so people are, finally open to this now. Because before, people were acting like, people didn't want to talk about Craze coming for Qbert. Nobody wanted to talk about it, But now people are, now that Kendrick's kind of broken the ice, and I think that's what's really going on here. Kendrick's broken the ice, so now, Hotep is cool again in hip hop and conscious rap and stuff like that, and it's cool, because it's been brewing. You know, all of us people that are into conscious stuff, like myself, you know, we've just seen all this kind of dumb stuff on the radio for all these years, these decades, getting pushed on us, and supposedly representing hip hop, and then even the underground try to be like, you know, like, oh, you know, we're gonna, you know, there's no consciousness in the underground, so it's like when they try to remove consciousness from the underground, it's cool to see cats like Craze fighting back. Shots fired. Looks like Chad Dubs. Holy moly, beef. Looks like World War III is really coming. Everybody going at it. Right, yeah, there's a lot of beefs going on in rap now. Yes, sir, but it's cool to see the beef based on consciousness. That's why I'm not mad at people coming from Eminem, because he was dissing black women in a song really bad. And making a song like that, you know, there's no excuse for that. Look what Cat Williams has started. Where's that Big E popcorn meme? This is going to be so much fun. Wait, what? Craze is Kendrick and Qbert is Drake. Yes, that's what I feel like. Because some people are calling Drake Craze, but maybe because Craze is more, like, has more of a pop sound or something. But Craze really is more like Kendrick, because Craze is coming from a consciousness, like, you know, don't, you know, type of a thing. So Obra Maestra, right, a master. Oh ish, right, a lot of fires. The boss, holy F, Black Lives Matter, absolutely cooked him, ha 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 ha. Somebody said, oh, let me see, let's keep going. This is gonna be better than Drake versus Kendrick, for sure. Hilarious as Zeus said this ish out loud about you, like he is a glutton for punishment or something. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting what comes of this. Smoke DJ. Let's see. It's going pretty long. Crazy's got a lot of comments in here. QAnon Burrow-ish. Yo. So you can see on Craze there's a lot more diversity, whereas, you know, it's black diaspora, Asian, Caucasian, so all different Latino people, all different types of people. You know, commenting, different diasporas and stuff like that. Didn't see this on my bingo card for this year. Mind blown. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, oh my God, goat, fire, fire, fire. People laughing, Craze is Kendrick, right? Let's go, rowdy business. Maybe the culture needs it. Yeah, and that's what's happening right now. The culture is cleansing itself from colonizers and people outside the culture trying to take it over. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are just trying to get their paper. And sometimes when people get older, you know, sometimes they gravitate toward the church, or they gravitate towards, you know, more redneck type of funders or financiers. Maybe it's what Q is doing or something, you know, that type of thing. You know, people start kind of instead of catering to like justice or, you know, some type of consciousness, people tend to cater towards super PACs, or cater towards, you know, different political things that can get them more money. Okay, FTP, right? Because if he wants, let's say Qbert wants to open up for Diplo, or something like A-Track was opening up for Diplo, you know, Diplo and A-Track were both on some alt-right stuff. So it would make sense to post some alt-right stuff if you want to get on that type of tour, you know? And that's what the whole EDM thing was. It was kind of pushing out black DJs and reclaiming all these black not reclaiming, kind of colonizing all these black genres, you know, all these black techno micro genres, and putting them all together and repackaging it and calling it something new. So the people that don't know this is called hip hop, exactly. Because a couple years ago, people were like, why are you saying all this? Why are you, you know, people who were coming for me for being hip hop and talking about consciousness, you know. So we're going to be talking a lot of morality stuff this year. You're on the clock. What you gonna do? G, wow, next level game ending. Whoa, what the F did I miss? Pepe's gonna pep. Now that's funny. So let's see, what's his next name? I'm in shock, bro, but Qbert was asked on the podcast, would he battle Craze? Qbert was down, but started talking wild after that. I guess it's all good, but we know he wants to battle him now. What's the podcast? Let's see. Let's skip all this micro conversation. But yeah, let's keep going. Wondering what the same ish I was caught. Let's see. Pepe's gonna pep. What's happening? All right. So yeah, I think we can end this. As everybody's pretty much saying the same stuff. Now I gotta find this podcast. But yeah, we'll put all the links to all the other stuff, the old stuff in there. All right, so yeah, so I think we're done. If you fell for that QAnon BS, you hold a permanent L, right? And that's what we talk about with the whole are you a sucker or not? If you're a sucker, so that's somebody that's going against consciousness basically, and that's what Drake was doing. Even though Drake has the best skills, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It comes down to like integrity in the end. And we saw Q, not being upfront with some stuff with the information and kind of trying to hide stuff that he was saying in the past. Did not see this coming. The Scratch World War III has begun. This is how I remember the first meeting in Gville, 1997. All right, people putting fire. All right, I think we're done. I think that's it. Let's see. Whoa, I'm here for this. Respect. Can someone in the NBA explain in NWBA terms this energy though? So yeah, so I think we're done with this. Yeah, Craze has a lot of responses. Shots fired. Crazy Roni, Team Craze. All right, I think I think we're good on that. All right, so that's it. All right, the King is back. Oh hell yeah! Fire, fire, fire! Just whoa. I got my money on on one of them. Let's see. All right, boom. So this is an extra part because Qbert just dropped this video where he's trolling Craze, and then Craze starts responding in the comments. All right, so let's see what's happening.
So I'm driving to my gig in Frisco. I got a show in Frisco today, a little daytime gig or early evening at Pier 17. I'm gonna be at Pier 17 at the Exploratorium, big ass new Exploratorium, little science museum. What's up, y'all? So Craze got a show here in Frisco, and then I want to go see him, man. It's my boy, man. I'll cut it up with him and shit. And then he's not here in Frisco no more. He canceled his show in Frisco. So I'm like, what happened? I want to go see my boy Craze. Go hang out with the doggy. Every time Craze comes to Frisco, we cut it up. He's gone. He didn't go to his show in Frisco. So check it out. The promoter called and said, hey, yo, Q, can you fill in for Craze? Craze fucking didn't make his Frisco show for some reason. I hope he's okay. I hope he's fine. I wonder if he's just busy editing videos or editing scratches or something. He might be doing some shit important. So maybe he's got to do that. And so
So Qbert's trolling him right now. He's trolling Craze, and because Qbert wants a real battle, physical battle in person, and Craze wants him to respond with a track, with a song battle, kind of like the the Kendrick Drake battles. And I do see the similarities between Craze being like Kendrick and Qbert being like Drake, where Drake has all the skills, Qbert has all the skills, and Craze is saying he's doper despite the skills. He's doper, just like Kendrick. Everybody's agreeing that Kendrick is doper than Drake now. But we'll see what happens when Craze and Qbert battle, because it seems like it's about to happen. All right, so let's see what the comments. So Qbert says, in San Francisco, Craze is like, I got people liking my comment more than any others on your own page. Crazy says, yeah, man, I got itch coming out my armpits because of the VAX. Wish me well, Q, brother love, pray for me. So that it's all jokes. They're being sarcastic, but Crazy says, you're not a thug, you're a geek. Stop, emotional, get in the lab and respond already, right? So let's see what these replies say. So that's what Crazy said. Let's see what these and shout out to the Cut Cave 2.0. I just scratched over there. Actually one of the most recent videos, just scratched at Nick Diablo's pad. But yeah, so let's get back to these responses. So yeah, so Craze is responding Qbert's comments. Let's see what else Qbert has to say before I show the responses.
Oh shit. Fucking gotta do a 3-point turn and shit. I'm about to do a Austin Powers and shit. Oh, fuck, there's a car. He's waiting to honk at me. Don't honk at me. So fucking Craze didn't make his Frisco show. I'm trying to see my dog Craze. He got a show tonight after my Exploratorium show. But he fucking, Yeah, I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not feeling ill, or I just hope he's in the fucking. Maybe he's got to fucking whatever. Do some chat GPT scratches and you got to edit the shit. And I understand. Like that's like important work and shit. So big shouts to Craze. I hope he fucking comes to the show tonight. But the promoter called and said if I could fill in for Craze at the drum and bass show. So I got two gigs tonight in Frisco. I got the freaking Exploratorium, big ass science museum. That's gonna be dope. Then I might.
So he's joking and he's saying Craze canceled a gig and the promoter gave it to him. All right, so let's look at these comments, what people are saying. Let's see. I'm gonna just focus on what Qbert's replying. I think he replied right here. Yeah. So Qbert said, "Craze, Ronnie, and you a juggle geek, but yo, you good? Why you ain't here? Let's cut it up." And I did respond. Go check it out. My last Twitch /DJ Qbert. So Qbert does respond. Then Craze says, "Evie, your comebacks are lame. I told you why I'm not there. The VAX has some weird ish coming out my armpits. I shouldn't have taken the 73rd JAB, but I'm cool with the lizard people, so they're gonna hook me up. But I know you love me and will pray for me, and also check all the flights coming out of Florida and ask the promoters why I'm not there. I'm not scared of you on any level." And he blew a kiss. So, they're both being very sarcastic, right? They're both, because Qbert's always talking about aliens and stuff, so, he's kind of, alluding to all that for people that don't know. All right, so yeah, that's basically what's happening right now. That's basically where it's at. It's just other people responding in the comments. Let's see, just fans. But yeah, we read a lot of comments already, so we'll just keep it with what Q and Craze are saying. Okay, so let's see. So I got people liking my comment more than any other yours on your page. Craze Ronnie. Zonk Hip Hop says, "Then it's battle words, bro." Qbert says, damn, you won the comment battle. I'll have a DMC make a jacket for your comment world champion." They're just shooting jokes at each other right now. Crazy Ronnie, kind of childish and narcissistic angle of you took there, but okay, do you. Real dope. DJs use real needles and don't make tracks about using Wi-Fi. I'm actually rocking your edit 505s at 23 degrees on my S-arms, tracking like a beast. Just dug them out, but about to redneck, but light them on this ish. Just got them OEM Qs about to mount up. 44s need a rest. Where's your wax? Press anything but a panini lately. Crazy, you're just a rave CDJ. No roots, just stolen fruits. So these are Qbert fans trying to come for Craze. In Romania, it's a moment of joy for DJs. When one DJ is missing, it means another free spot for them. Nobody cares for where dude is gone. You probably send out DMs to your followers to support. DJ Qbert will wreck you on his bad day if you have one, and Q has changed the way people look at turntablism. You just won a few DMC titles. Battle him and don't punk out. Hip hop, well, he has started the battle. Craze is actually battling him. He started with the song. Battle him and don't punk out. Hip hop has always been about the battle. See who comes out on top. So take the fight to the tables to see, and let's see who's the king of the streets. It's funny how you're not even promoting this beef. I think Qbert's gonna come out with a diss track. I think he'll have to at this point. It's funny how you're not even promoting this beef on your own page. He is promoting it. It was on his page. If you had any kind of guts, you'd be promoting this battle to your fans. He started with the song, so he is promoting it to his fans to encourage this event to see who's really the king of the 1 and 2s. Crazy Ronnie, yeah, you win the comments, likes. Like I told others, you, Drake, Q, K. Dot. But I disagree. I think it's the opposite, obviously. So seems you may have misunderstood the sarcasm. Craze is the GOAT, bro. Craze bot army is strong out here. Cutmaster GPT, king of all IG comments. Screenshots gone wild printed on that jacket. It's just hilarious. So let's see what these other replies are to this. So yeah, man, I got Ish coming out. Let's see. So these are just fans and stuff like that. Qbert didn't reply to this one.
I be scratching at the Craze show and shit because he couldn't make it and shit. Damn, I hope he's cool, man. Everybody pray for Craze. I hope he's fucking okay. And if you do see this Craze, if you're in Frisco, let's kick it, homie. Let's scratch it up. I want to learn some juggles. I'll teach you some scratching and shit. It's my boy and shit. You know, I got love for Craze. So yeah, Craze fucking didn't make his show today in Frisco and shit, man. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm trying to kick it and shit. Anyway, I love y'all. Let's all pray for Craze. I hope he's okay. I hope he makes the show. Maybe he'll make the show and then I'll scratch with him at the show. That would be dope. Let me know what you guys think. Who's in the fucking thing? Scratchful, what's up? Big shouts to Trill. No White in the house. Fogwell, what up? I'll see you at the Exploratorium, y'all. I don't know what Craze is. He got a show in Frisco. After the Exploratorium, I was going to go to his show, drum and bass style, cut it up, hang out, grab some dinner, talk shit like we always do. But it's been a couple years now since I really kicked it with him. But, you know, I got love for him. I don't know if he is cool with me, but I want to go see my Duggity Craze. But, Joe, go try to find out why he's, I'm a little bit concerned. I hope Craze is okay, because he didn't make his show in Frisco today. I'm trying to fucking hang out with him. Bring him to the Octagon. We'll do a live stream together. We can fucking talk shit, blah, blah, blah. Boom, 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 back and forth. You know, but he ain't around. And I want to see my boy. So anyway, love y'all. Let's pray for Craze. Hope he's okay. Hope he ain't editing too much. I hope the editing isn't like taking up his time and fucking him up. But, you know, later, y'all.
All right, so, yep, that's it.
Gotcha. Qubert's the game that two can play. If you win the most pegs, you got it made. Pretend to be cute, it suits your mood. Or pretend to be slick, the tricky dude. Or pretend to be slick, the tricky dude. Or pretend to be slick, or pretend to be slick, or pretend to be slick, tricky dude. Jump in that pyramid, dude. Pretend to be slick, tricky dude. Jump in that pyramid. Jump in that pyramid. Up and down, hit a nasty, ends around.